All right, so the flow for today is going to take us toward 8 angle, or Astavakrasana, if you know the pose by that name. Actually, that's the last time I'm going to say that. 8 angle is a lot easier. But this is going to be a lot of hip openings, so definitely get in the inner thighs, into the hamstrings quite a bit as well, so just be ready for that. We'll be getting in those areas quite a bit today. If you're feeling a little bit tight in the hips, you should definitely be feeling looser once we get done with all this. I'll get to 8 angle at the very end of the class, so most everything here is going to be a lot of prep toward that pose. I have one demonstration before we start, however. So what's going to happen once we get into the main part of the flow, as we go through the sequence, every sequence will bring you to the front of the mat at the very end, and here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this to the crow first and just hold that for a couple breaths, and then we'll move into a more uncomfortable version of crow, which is going to be flying lizard, all right? And that is going to be the prep that brings you toward 8 angle, and I recommend at least coming to the setup for flying lizard, whether or not you think you're going to be able to balance it, because it's all about engaging the inner thigh, and that is going to help you quite a bit once we actually get toward 8 angle at the very end. So what will happen is be at the front of the mat at the end of each sequence, and we'll just take crow from the forward fold. So you're going to bring both hands down, grip the floor, lift your heels, bring the knees to touch your arms, and then look forward, lean, just take it slow, but lift your feet together, toes to touch, pull the heels toward your seat, just hold here. We'll be here for a couple breaths, and then you'll set your feet down. Now to come into flying lizard, it's the same basic setup with one key difference. You're going to wrap one of your legs around one of your arms, I'll tell you which one, and bring that foot between your hands from the front, both palms flat. For the other leg, the knee just touches your arm from behind, just like crow. Now, before you do anything else here, lift that front foot and squeeze the arm that your leg's wrapped around. And if you just want to stay here and not worry about balancing, this is good enough. Keep that wrapped leg squeezing in. You're trying to engage the inner thigh and get into the hip with that. And that's the whole purpose of coming into this. Now, if you want to take it further, lean forward and lift the back foot, and maybe just balance here. And then if you want to take it further still, if you're a little bit more solid in this pose, maybe extend the back leg all the way back to see if the elbow on that side stays pulled in. Now, this is an awkward pose to come out of, so if you want to move into the Vinyasa from here, you're basically going to have to drop everything and come into plank, but it is possible, if you want to give this a try, to pull the back leg in, unthread the front leg, you can bring it up to crow, and then we come back to chaturanga from there. Now, that is not easy by any means. It took me a few years to actually be able to work that transition and get my big old foot out from behind my arm. So work it as best you can. If you haven't tried it before, don't really just think you're going to be 100% successful. It takes a while to get into this. But work things as best you can and just take things to whatever level you're ready for today and just feel things out as best you can. So all that said, let's go and start the seated. And bring yourself to the Baddha Konasana. Now it's going to be soles, feet together, knees out wide. And pick your hands up off the floor and then make sure you can arrange your legs so you're able to sit this upright and sit up tall without a whole lot of extra effort. So if your hips are tight at all and the knees are pretty high up off the floor, slide the feet away from you a little bit. Make a longer diamond shape with your legs. And you want to be able to allow the pelvis to tilt forward so you can hold yourself upright without a whole lot of extra effort. Now go ahead and bring your hands down to your sides just enough so that you can keep yourself stable from side to side. But relax around the hips as best you can to let the knees settle to the floor. And then engage here through your belly, round the lower ribs to hold yourself tall. Now with your hands on the floor, relax your shoulders down, keep your neck nice and long. Reach the top of the head toward the ceiling, pull your chin in just a little bit. And then just close your eyes. So just give yourself a moment to settle in like this. Let your mind quiet down. And then just start to deepen your breathing here. So with the inhales, pulling as much as you can, fill up your lungs, hold on to all that breath at the top. And when you exhale, constrict the back of your throat, so slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe here. Now when you're ready, take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just open your eyes. And take things slow. With an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reaches up high. Exhale, hands through center again. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale through center. Inhale, reaches up high. Now with the exhale this time, lean to the right. Bring the right hand down. Stretch your left arm right. Bring your gaze up high and just hold here. Pull your left shoulder back. Try to pull your left knee toward the floor as you're leaning. With your next inhale, back to center, reach up. And then with the exhale, lean this to the left. Left hand down, stretch your right arm left and gaze up high, just hold. Pull your right shoulder back. Try to push your right knee down toward the floor. With your next inhale, bring it to center, reach up. Now with the exhale, twist this time. Right hand behind, left arm outside your right thigh. Now sit this up tall. Crown of the head toward the ceiling, look over your right shoulder. Use your left arm, press into the right leg, and here again, pull that left knee to the floor. So you're still in Baddha with the knees out wide. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just turn through center. Left hand behind, right arm outside your left thigh. Sit up tall, crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look back over your left shoulder this time. Right arm presses to your left leg. Pull the right knee down toward the floor. And then take an inhale. And with the exhale, just release. Turn to center. Reach forward. Take hold of your big toes. And you can pull the heels in closer, but keep the knees out wide. Fold this forward at least a little bit. And with the feet pressed together, just start to bounce the knees up and down. We're just starting to loosen up the hips here. And then go ahead, let go. Bring yourself to an upright seat and bring the hands in front of your chest. Now when it switches back and forth, if you need to bring the hands to the floor, feel free, but try to keep them lifted if you can. So lean over to the right hip, lift your left leg, and then pivot from the hip. Bring the left shin down. Now curl the toes of both feet, keep your feet tense. Try to sit this up tall, sink your left sit bone down toward the floor. And then lean right, lift your left leg, bring the feet back together, back to Baddha Konasana. And take it the other way, lean left, right leg lifts, pivot from the hip, bring the right shin down. Again, sit this up tall, keep your feet tense, try to get that right sit bone down toward the floor. And then go ahead, lean left, lift your right leg, come back to center. Come over to the right side, left leg lifts again, pivot from the hip, bring the shin down, try to sit this up tall, try to bring that left sit bone down. And then come over to the right side, lift your left leg, bring the feet back together. Over to the left again, right leg lifts, pivot from the hip, bring that shin down to the floor, keep the toes curled, keep the foot tense, sink your right sit bone down. And then lean left, lift your right leg, come back to center. We'll take one more round and go deeper. Come over to the right side, lift your left leg, pivot from the hip, bring that shin down to the floor. And again, keep your feet tense, keep kicking down. Now bring the right hand down to the floor behind you, left hand to your chest. Now keep your toes curled, kick your feet into the floor, and take it up and down. So lift your hips, squeeze your glutes, and then sink back down. Press your feet into the floor, lift your hips again, and then come back down. Press into the floor, lift up one more time, come back down, and then just look back over your left shoulder. Now just work this as best you can. Press your left knee into the floor, and probably a little bit, maybe a lot, lift your left foot as best you can, and then set it back down. Again, left knee to the floor, work to lift your left foot, and this probably isn't too enjoyable, but set that foot back down. One more time, left knee to the floor, work to lift your left foot, set it back down, and then go release, lean right, lift your left leg, come back into center. Over to the other side, onto your left hip, right leg lifts, pivot from the hip, bring the shin down, sit this up tall. And again, curl the toes of both feet, press your feet down. Left hand sets behind you, right hand to your chest. And let's take this up and down. Kick into the floor, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips up, and then come back down. Kick into the floor, lift your hips up again, and then come back down. Kick into the floor, lift your hips up one more time, sink back down. Now once you come down, just look back over your right shoulder. Press the right knee toward the floor, and as best you can, lift that right foot. Set it back down. Again, press into the right knee, work to lift your right foot best you can, and set it back down. One more time, right knee to the floor, work to lift up that foot, and then to set it down. And then go bring it back to center, both feet together, and reach forward, take hold of your toes again, come back to that fold. So draw your torso forward, maybe keep your spine extended, press the low back forward. If you want to round it, feel free. But keep the feet pressed together, keep your knees out wide, and maybe even bounce the knees up and down again, just feel things out. And then when you're ready, just release your grip, sit this up tall. Go ahead, cross at the ankles, roll forward your hands, come into all fours. And from all fours, just move around here for a moment. Shake your legs out a little bit. And then we'll start to work this into the front of the body. So bring your knees out wide, wider than your hips. Big toes point toward each other. Walk your hands back, come down to sitting on your heels. And we're going to set up for a variation of bridging from here. So hands behind your shoulders, about shoulder width. Try to stay light and stay in your fingertips. And keep in mind, to make this work, you need to kick into the floor and squeeze your glutes as you press your hips up and forward. Otherwise, you're not going to get a whole lot out of this. So press down into your feet, squeeze your glutes, kick down, lift your hips, let your head fall back, and then sink back down. Again, kick into the floor, squeeze your glutes, lift this up and forward, and then come back down. One more time, kick into the floor, squeeze your glutes, lift up, hold here. Now keep your feet kicking down, keep your glutes tense. If you can go further, just hover your fingertips up off the floor, but hold your shape. And then come back down. And then from here, we'll take it side to side. So left hand stays down. With an inhale, sweep your right arm left and lift your hips. And then bring it back down. Right hand sets, inhale, sweep your left arm right this time. And then exhale, come back down. With your next inhale, sweep your right arm left, open up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, sweep your left arm right again. And exhale, bring it down. Left hand to the floor. Inhale, sweep the right arm left and hold here. Now keep kicking down. Keep your hips pressing forward. Let your head fall back. Now try to take it further. Stretch your right arm. Kick the right foot down. Work to hover your right knee up off the floor at least a little bit. And then bring it all the way down. Right hand sets, inhale, sweep your left arm right, hold here. Let your head fall back, keep your hips pressing forward, keep kicking down. Now stretch to that left arm, kick into your left foot, try to hover your left knee this time. And then bring it all back down. And once you're down, walk your hands forward, come back to all fours. And from all fours again, take a moment here, move around, loosen things up. Now let's take this further into the hands and wrists right away. So slide your hands in close, maybe about 1 or 2 hands lengths forward of the knees, and the closer in, the less intense this will be. But flip your hands over, backs of the hands down, palms up. The fingertips point toward the midline of your mat. And with your fingers spread wide, slide the hands together to interlace your fingers, but with the palms still open. Now straighten your arms as much as you can. Bring the hands in as close as you need. And just start out circling your shoulders over your wrists with your fingertips pressing down. Keep your hands tense like this. And if you wanted to stay here, this is fine. But if you can take it further, then flip your hands over. Palms down. Keep the interlace. Flip them again. Palms facing up. And just keep switching out back and forth like this. Now each time you reset your hands, pay attention. Re-engage. Spread your fingers wide. Press your fingertips down. Try to straighten your arms at least briefly each time. And then the next time you end up with the palms facing up, just hold that position. Now still, fingertips pressing down, keep the arms straight. And then see about taking this further. So step your left foot back behind the right. And then lift your left foot. Now the left hip should be lifted above the right. And go back and forth here. Pull the left knee forward toward your left elbow. And extend the leg straight back. Left knee to left elbow. And extend the leg back. Knee to left elbow one more time. Extend the leg back one more time. And then set your knee down. Take it the other way. Wait till the left leg. Step the right foot behind the left. And then lift the right foot. Keep your hip open on this side. Right knee to right elbow. Pull in close. Extend the leg back. Knee to right elbow again. And then extend the leg back. One more time. Knee to right elbow. Extend back one more time. And then step the right knee down. And then come up onto the fingertips, walk your hands forward, come to your regular all fours, wrists into the shoulders and knees into your hips. And with your palms down, rotate your fingertips to the side and then in toward your knees as far as you can go. Now set your hands flat, spread the fingers wide, grip hard, press your fingertips down into the floor. Straight arms, keep your spine lifted, maybe just circle the shoulders over your wrists here. And then if you can take it further, just keep your arms straight, keep your spine lifted, but tuck your toes, hover your knees up off the floor, keep your belly pulled in. And then as you hold this shape, if you can take it further, pulse your knees up and down on my count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On one, just hold. And then a second round. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And set your knees down. Now come up onto the fingertips down to sitting on your heels. And take a moment, shake your hands out. Loosen up your fingers and loosen up your wrists. Now once you're ready, come back to all fours. And then from here, we're going to take this into a reclining position and take this further into the hips. So I want you to come down onto your right forearm and onto your right hip. So you opened up to the side, right leg extended, left foot steps behind the right leg. And keep the left hand in front of your chest here to start. Now press down to the floor. Lift your hips up off the mat and keep them lifted. You can keep the left hand down if you need to, but try to bring that hand behind your head and just keep the left shoulder high. Now go further from here. We're just working with the right leg. Keep your hips lifted the whole time. But lift your right foot, cross the right leg over the left, and then set your foot back down. Cross your legs for 2, and bring the foot to the mat. Cross your legs for 3, bring the foot back down. Cross the legs for 4, and set the foot. Cross the legs for 5, bring your foot down. Cross your legs for 6, and then set the foot. Cross your legs for 7, bring the foot back down. Cross your legs for 8, and set the foot again. Cross the legs for 9, bring your foot to the mat. Cross the legs for 10, and then come back down. Come all the way down. And let's take this to the other side. So bring it over to your left side. Left forearm down, come down onto your left hip. And left leg extended, right foot behind your left leg, right hand in front of your chest. Now press into the floor. Lift that left hip up off the mat. Keep it lifted. You can keep the right hand down or bring the hand behind your head and keep your chest open. Now to take things further, keep your hips lifted. And then lift the left foot. Cross the left leg over the right. And bring the foot back down. Cross your legs for 2. Come back down. Cross your legs for 3. Come back down again. Cross your legs for 4. And then bring the foot down. Cross your legs for 5. Set the foot. Cross the legs for 6. Bring the foot to the mat. Cross your legs for 7. Bring the foot back down. Cross your legs for 8. And come back down. Cross your legs for 9. Bring the foot to the floor. Cross your legs for 10. And then bring the foot down. Come all the way down. And come back up to all fours. And once you're in all fours, move around. Maybe shake your legs out a little bit. And we're trying to get into some of the neglected areas of the hips, keep in mind. Now, once you're ready, we're going to take this into a lopsided setup from here. So I want you to come down to your right forearm, but stay on your left hand. Now, right elbow to the side. Right hand moves into center, so that right forearm's diagonal. Slide your left hand back so you can stack the elbow directly over the wrist and keep the elbow pulled into your side. Now, take this as a lopsided plank. Step both feet back. Bring your legs together. Bring your body in line. And keep your chest facing down. Now, as you hold this, work the twist. So lift your left foot, bend the left knee, big toe down over to your right side. Come back to center, back to plank. Again, left big toe over to the right, just feel the twist. And then come back to center. Left big toe over to the right again. And then bring the legs back together. Left big toe over to the right, keep the left elbow pulled in. And come back to center. One more time, left big toe over to the right. Back to center here. And then just set your knees down, keep your left elbow pulled in, keep the arms as they are. Now, as you hold this from here, keep your chest facing down. Put the weight to your right knee. Hover the left and keep your left knee bent. And then left knee to the side, high as you can lift. Fold the leg back in. Left knee to the side, high as you can lift. Fold the leg back in. Left knee to the side, high as you can lift. Now hold this, keep your toes pointed left. With an inhale, extend that leg straight back. Exhale, knee to left shoulder, pulled in close. Inhale the left leg back again. Exhale, knee to left shoulder. Now inhale the left leg back. Exhale, knee to shoulder one more time. Stay here. Now move from the hip, set your left foot down, try to get it past the left hand. Then you can just bring that foot to the floor and walk it forward if you need to, but get the left arm underneath your left leg. Now stay low here. Wrap the left arm around your left leg, half bind, palm open behind you. And once you hook that arm around your leg, squeeze that thigh into your side. This could be enough. Now if you can take it further, start to lean right. Maybe lift your left heel a little bit. Maybe lift that left foot completely and open to your left side. If you want to go further, keep the leg hooked, but maybe extend it straighter. And there's always somewhere else to go. If you want to make it harder, you can tuck the toes to the right foot and lift the right knee as you hold this. Just an option. All right, when you're ready, bring it all back down and come up to all fours. Take a moment to breathe. And of course, we've got to do the other side too. So bring your left forearm down, but stay in your right hand. So left elbow to the side, left hand moves into center, that forearm's diagonal. Slide the right hand back, elbow stacks above the wrist, keep the elbow pulled in. Now keep your chest facing down, step your feet straight back, bring your body into line, and just hold here. Keep that right elbow pulled in. Now work the twist. Lift your right foot, bend the knee, big toe over to the left. Come back to center, everything in line. Again, lift your right foot, big toe over to your left side again, and come back to center. Right big toe over to the left, back to center here. Right big toe over to the left again, and come back to center, legs together. One more time, right big toe over to the left. Come back into center, keep the arms as they are, and set the knees down on the mat. Now right elbow still pulled in. Put the weight to the left knee, hover the right, and keep the right knee bent. Right knee to the side, high as you can lift, and then fold the leg back in. Right knee to the side, high as you can lift. And then fold the leg back in. Right knee to the side, high as you can lift. Now keep your toes pointed right. Keep that right elbow pulled in. And with an inhale, extend the right leg straight back. Exhale, knee to right shoulder, pulled in close. Inhale the right leg back again. Exhale, knee to right shoulder. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, knee to shoulder one more time. Stay here. Now move from the hips, set the right foot down. Try to get it past the right hand or just walk it forward. Get the right arm underneath your right leg. Now stay low here. See about hooking that leg. So wrap the right arm around the right thigh, palm open behind, and pull the thigh in close to your ribs. This could be enough. If you want to take it further, start to lean left. Maybe lift the right heel a little bit. Maybe lift the right foot entirely and open up to the left side, or open up to the right side, I should say. And if you want to go further, you can always straighten the right leg, but keep the leg hooked. Now, if you want to make it harder, you can tuck the toes to the left foot, maybe lift your left knee. Just take things to where you can. And then go ahead, bring everything back down, and come up to all fours. Now, once you find all fours, just take a moment here, move around, and take a couple breaths. And you can always just stay here, take a longer break, maybe just breathe, maybe find another stretch before you move on. But whenever you're ready, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips, and find your downward facing dog. Now, once you move into position, take a look at how you set this up. So hands about shoulder width distance apart. Flatten your palms, and see you can feel some weight toward the base of your thumbs. Sink your chest down low to the floor. Now, as your chest sinks down, press your hips up as high toward the ceiling as you can, and keep that long upward reach of the hips. Hold some tension in your core through the belly around the low ribs. Now, as your hips press high, if your legs are tight, if your hamstrings are tight, let it go. You can always bend your knees, and you can stay loose here. You can pedal this out and let your hips move side to side. When you're ready, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees, look forward, step to the front. Let's take a ragdoll fold. Now, feet about hips width distance apart, deepen the knees. Let your belly touch your thighs. Let your head hang. Let your spine round. And let everything go long and loose here. Let the muscles in your neck relax. Now, you can hang your hands to the floor. You can reach to opposite elbows if you like, and maybe shake this side to side to loosen even further. And then when you're ready, just release any grip that you have. Keep the bend in your knees to begin. And slowly restack your spine. So round this up to standing. Bring your head up last. And then just open up your palms at your sides. When you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Now take a moment here to breathe, set intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. With your next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. Hinge at the hips. Start with a straight spine. Put a little bend in the knees. Keep your core engaged. Move smoothly. And then release this at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift up halfway. Fingertips to the floor or to your shins. Lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands to the mat and step it back to high plank. Now find your shape. Wrists beneath the shoulders, palms press to the floor. Press the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling. Keep that lift. And then take an inhale. Now with the exhale, bring your shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Keep your body in line. Elbows pulled into your sides and lower with control. All the way down into your belly. Once you're down, flatten the feet out behind you. Hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. And we'll take it up and down through low cobras. With an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, peel this up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Now inhale, peel up one more time. Stay lifted here. Now keep the lift in your upper body, press into your feet. Take some or all the weight out of your hands. Elbows at your sides, pull the shoulders back. Keep looking forward. Work to lift up a little bit higher. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll back down. Hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. Press the palms down to the floor. Let's take it to upward facing dog. So with an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward. Let your hips hang. Stay on the tops of your feet. Keep your legs active. Work to lift your knees up from the mat. Take it further. Kick your feet down. Squeeze your glutes. Pull the hips forward to deepen the arc. Now lift with your arms, but lift with your shoulders. Keep your neck long. Keep your chest pulling forward. Deep inhale. And with the exhale, pull the belly in. Hips are patted down, dog. Paddle out here for a moment. Let your hips move side to side. And we'll take it through our sun salutation. Steady movement. Take a deep inhale. Now with the exhale, bend your knees. Look forward. Step or float to the front. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to standing, reach the arms up high. And then with the exhale, fold all the way back down again. Inhale, halfway lift. And with the exhale, hands to the mat, chaturangas, next high plank to low. Now with an inhale, open up your chest, lift your gaze, up dog or cobra. And with the exhale, pull your belly in, hips up high to down dog. 2 more rounds, take a deep inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, reach up high. And then with the exhale, bring it back down again. Inhale, halfway lift. And with the exhale, hands to the floor, high plank the lows next. With an inhale, open up, draw forward. Exhale, pull back in, and bring your hips back up. One last round, take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to standing, arms reach high. And then exhale all the way back down again. Inhale, half lift here. And with the exhale, set the hands, chaturanga. With an inhale, open up, pull forward. Exhale, draw back in. Bring your hips back up. Just find your downward facing dog and breathe here. Now from your downward facing dog, inhale the right leg high behind you. And then bend your right knee, hang the right foot left, scorpion dog, open up your hips. With the next inhale, straighten the right leg, 3-legged dog. Exhale forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Now inhale the right leg high. Exhale forward, knee to left elbow. And then inhale the right leg high. Exhale forward, knee to right elbow. Inhale the right leg high. Now keep it lifted, keep it straight. Reach with the toes, lock your knee, and lower the right hip. You should feel this in the glutes. Look forward toward your hands. The left foot stays where it is, but bend your left knee and feel your hips move straight up and down. Now high or low, we're going to hop back and forth like this. Keep your right leg straight. So press into your left foot, hop this forward. And then press into your left foot and hop back. Press into your left foot, hop forward again. Press into your left foot, hop this back. Now press into the left foot, hop forward one more time and stay forward. Now set the right foot down, that's your base. Hover the left foot up off the floor but stay low. Now the left hand stays down. With your right hand, reach back, take hold of your left foot. And once you've got that grip, kick into your hand. Now pull with the right hand, point the left knee toward the ceiling as high as you can. Belly to the right thigh, you can keep the right knee bent. Look toward the back of the mat, crown of the head toward the floor, and work to lift that left knee as high as possible here. Just hold. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, release. Both hands down, left foot steps back, low lunge. Let's take it down lower. Left knee down, left foot flat behind. Sink your hips down, press them forward. Anjaneyasana. When you're ready with an inhale, open up and reach your arms up high. Now bring your gaze up toward the ceiling. Let your hips sink down low and feel all that length through the front of the left side. Now as you hold your shape, find a steeple grip, palms together, fingers interlaced, just point through the index fingers. You can bend your elbows or straighten your arms, but keep your shoulders pulled back, keep looking up, and keep that left hip low. Now take this with a little bit of a side lean. So lean over to the right, look down to the right, and then come back up to center. Again, lean right, look down to the right, back up to center here. Lean right, look down to the right, hold here. If you want to engage it further, you can kick into that left foot. Maybe try to hover your left knee a little bit. Now with your next inhale, look forward. Exhale, hands down around the right foot. Now tuck the toes of your left foot, lift your left knee. And we're going to take a pyramid stance from here. So bring that left foot forward, one pace behind the right. Hands to your hips, bring yourself all the way upright. So as you range, it's just about 3 feet front to back, more or less hips width distance side to side. Hips are still squared. Both feet flat, left foot points to the side at least a little bit. Pull the right hip back, the left hip forward. And then take a half bind, right arm behind your back. Just keep your left hand on your left hip and keep your shoulders pulled back. Both legs straight, keep your chest open, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, hinge from the hips, lead with your chest, come down toward halfway. Inhale, bring this all the way upright. And then exhale, hinge forward just toward halfway down. Inhale, bring this all the way up. With the exhale, hinge forward toward halfway, hold here, keep looking forward. Now, if you need to bend the right knee, that's fine, but bring your belly down to touch your right thigh, one way or the other. Hips are squared, right hip back, left hip forward. Left hand down to the floor, just stand your fingertips. And feel that stretch on the back of the right thigh. Keep your right shoulder pulled back. Now, if you can take it further, maybe lift your left heel up off the floor. Further still, you can lift that left foot, belly still touching your right thigh. Keep breathing here. Now, from wherever you are, just set that left foot flat. With an inhale, bring yourself upright, hands to your hips. Make a quarter turn left and just take a straddle stance for a moment. Now, once you've found your stance, go ahead and bend to both knees. Sink down low. We're going to take this into a horse stance from here. So once you're ready, just bring your torso upright. Keep your thighs toward parallel with the floor. Hands behind your head, fingers interlaced, palms open, elbows wide. Keep your shoulders pulled back. And then we're just going to take it back and forth from here. So lift the right heel up off the floor. And then set it down. Keep your hips low. Lift your left heel. And then set it down. Right heel up again. Bring it back down. Left heel up and set it down. Lift the right heel one more time. Set it back down. Lift your left heel. Keep it lifted this time. Keep your knees wide and keep your hips low. And then as you hold this, pulse the hips up and down on my count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, both hands to the floor. Go ahead, straighten your legs, shake them out for just a moment with the hips high. And then once you're ready, just stay folded, but come back into that horse stance. Bend the knees and bring your hips down low. Now, we're going to stay low like this and take it into a twist. Right hand down inside the right foot, left hand to your left knee. So you're twisting to the left side at least a little bit. And this is good enough. Now, if you can take it further, bring the right arm under your right leg, right hand outside the right foot, and lean it to the inner right thigh. Keep your knees wide. This is good enough as well. Now, you can always take it further, and if you're interested, see about lifting the right heel. Maybe lift the right foot completely and hook that leg around your arm. If you want to stay here, this is fine. If you can take it the extra step, left hand to the outside edge of the right foot. Maybe extend that right leg, but keep your left knee wide, keep your hips low, and just take this to where you can. All right, from wherever you are, just go ahead and set that right foot flat. Bring both hands down, lift your hips, come back to that fold, shake your legs out for a moment. And then as you fold it with your hips high, bring your hands to your low back, interlace the fingers, pull the palms together, draw your shoulders back. And then bend the knees, sink the hips, come back up to horse. Now keep your chest open and keep your hips down low. And then when you're ready, let's take this back and forth, lift your right heel. Now pivot to the left, dip your right knee down low, keep your spine tall. Come back up the center, set the right heel down. Again, lift the right heel, pivot left, bring the right knee down low. Come back up the center, set the right foot flat. One more time, lift the right heel, pivot left, dip the right knee down. Come back up the center, set the right foot flat. And then when you're ready here, lean over to your left foot. Take all the way to the left, lift your right knee, and come into a figure four. Right ankle crosses over your left thigh. Now find your stance, bend the left knee at least a little bit. Keep the toes of the right foot curled and the knee to the side. Maybe stay more upright, but if you want to go deeper, you can start to hinge from the hips. Maybe bend deeper into that left knee. Maybe lift your knuckles toward the ceiling, but stay balanced and take this to where you can. Now with an inhale, slowly come all the way upright. Straighten your left leg, lift the right knee. And then step the right foot to the front of the mat. Bring both hands down, left foot next to the right, forward fold. Now from that fold, take an inhale, lift halfway up. And then with the exhale, set your hands, we'll take it to crow, palms down. Grip the floor with your fingers, lift your heels, and bring the knees to touch your arms. Now look forward, lean forward, go slow, but lift your feet together, toes to touch, pull the heels up. Now go ahead, set your feet back down. Let's take that flying lizard setup from here. So left leg around your left arm, left foot between your hands from the front, and then right knee goes to the right arm from behind. Now lift your left foot and squeeze the left arm. You can always stay here. Keep that tension on the left leg. If you're going to go further, lean forward and maybe lift the right foot as well. And if you want to go further, you can extend that right leg back. Keep the elbow pulled in. Just take things to where you can. And then once you're ready, however you like, go ahead, take it to your Vinyasa. And we'll meet in down dog. And once you find your down dog, just move around and breathe. All right, from your downward facing dog, inhale your left leg high. Now bend your left knee, hang the left foot right, scorpion dog, let your hip open up. With the next inhale, straighten the left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Now inhale your left leg high. Exhale forward and twist, knee to right elbow. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale the left leg high. Now keep it lifted, keep it straight. So lock the knee, point to the toes, lower the hip, feel this in the glutes. Look forward toward your hands, right foot stays where it is. But bend your right knee, move your hips straight up and down. Now again, high or low, we'll hop it back and forth. So press into your right foot, hop forward. And then press into the right foot, hop back. Press into your right foot, hop this forward. Press into the right foot and hop back. Press into the right foot, hop forward one more time and stay forward. Bring your left foot down, that's your base. Hover the right foot up off the floor. Right hand stays down, but with your left hand, take hold of the right foot. Once you've got that grip, kick in your hand and pull. Belly to your left thigh, try to point that right knee toward the ceiling as high as you can. Keep your belly touching your thigh. You can bend that left knee as much as you like. Look toward the back of that, crown of the head toward the floor. Just breathe here. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, release. Both hands down, right foot steps back, low lunge. Now take it down lower, right knee down. Right foot flat behind, sink your hips down, press them forward. When you're ready, Anjaneyasana, open up. With an inhale, reach the arms up high, bring your gaze up high. And just take a moment to settle in. Let the hips sink down low. And feel all that length through the front of the right side. Now as you hold this shape, take a steeple grip again. Hands together. Interlace the fingers, just point through the index fingers. Keep your shoulders pulled back. You can bend the elbows or keep the arms straight, but keep looking up. And let's take this to the side a little bit. So lean to the left, look down to the left. Come back up to center. Lean left, look down to the left again. Back up to center here. Lean left, look down to the left. One more time, hold here. Keep that right hip pulling forward. If you want to go deeper, kick into the right foot. Maybe just hover the knee up off the floor. Now with your next inhale, look forward. Exhale, hands down around the left foot. Now tuck the toes of the right foot, lift your right knee. And let's take that pyramid stance again. Right foot forward, one pace behind the left, hands to your hips. Bring yourself all the way up, right? And take a moment to set it up. Now it's a short stance again. 3 feet front to back, still hips width distance side to side so your hips are squared. Both legs straight, both feet flat, right foot to the side at least a little bit. Pull the right hip forward and left hip back. Now as you come into this half bind, left arm behind your low back, palm facing, keep that shoulder back. Right hand stays in your hip. Keep your chest open, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, hinge from the hips, lead with your chest, come down toward halfway. Inhale, bring this all the way up. Exhale, hinge forward just toward halfway down. Inhale, bring it all the way up again. With the exhale, hinge forward one more time, stay here. Left hip back, right hip forward, keep breathing. Now bend the left knee if you need to, but bring your belly down in contact with your left thigh, one way or the other. Left hip back, right hip forward still. Right hand to the floor, stay light on the fingers. Now this might be enough. Look for that stretch on the back of the left thigh. If you can go further, maybe bend the right knee and lift the right heel. Maybe hover the right foot up off the floor, but keep breathing here. Look for that stretch on the back of the left leg. Now when you're ready, set the right foot flat, hands to your hips. With an inhale, come all the way up, right? And make that quarter turn right. Come into your horse stance again. Heels in, toes out, hips down low, thighs toward parallel with the floor. And then once you're ready, settle in with your spine toward upright. Now hands behind your head, interlace the fingers, palms open, elbows wide, shoulders pull back, keep your chest open. And then as you hold this, lift the left heel up off the floor. Set it down. Right heel up. Set it down. Left heel up again. Set it down, right heel up, and set it down. Now left heel up one more time, hold here. And then let's take it up and down, just pulsing from the hips. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then release, both feet flat, both hands down. Bring your hips up and shake your legs out for a moment. And then as you fold it, come back into that horse stance. Bend the knees, bring your hips down low. Take this as a twist. Left hand inside your left foot, right hand to the right knee. So you're twisting open to the right. Hips are still low, knees are held wide. Now this is good enough and you can stay here, but if you can go further, left arm under your left leg, left hand to the outside edge of your left foot. And this might be good enough. If you can take it further, you can lift the left heel. Maybe lift that left foot entirely and hook the left arm. If you want to go even further, right hand to the outside edge of your left foot. Maybe extend the left leg, but keep your hips low. Keep the knees wide, however far you take this. And then from wherever you are, bring the left foot down. Both hands to the floor, hips up high, shake your legs out again. And again, stay folded, keep a little bit in the knees. But bring your hands to the low back and find the interlace that feels strange. So bring your palms together, draw your shoulders back, and then bend the knees, hips low, come back up to horse. Now keep your knees wide, keep your torso upright, keep your chest open. Lift your left heel, pivot right, dip your left knee down low. And then come back up to center, both heels down. Lift your left heel, pivot to the right, dip your left knee down toward the floor. And then come back up to center. One more time, left heel lifts, pivot to the right, dip that left knee down low. Back to center here. And then keep your chest open, lean over to the right. All the way to the right foot, left knee high. And slowly move into your figure four on this side. Left ankle crosses your right thigh. Now keep your left knee aside, keep your toes to the left foot curled, maybe sink down lower. If you can take it further, start to fold it down. Chest open, shoulders back, maybe lift your knuckles toward the ceiling. And just take things to where you can. All right, slowly with an inhale, bring yourself upright with your left knee lifted. Turn to the left side, step your left foot forward, both hands down. Right foot next to left, forward fold. From that fold, take an inhale, lift up halfway. And then with the exhale, set your hands, we'll take it to crow, palms down. Grip the floor, bring the heels up, knees touch your arms. Now look forward, lean forward, go slow, but bring the feet up together, toes to touch, heels pull up toward your seat. And then go ahead, set your feet down. Now flying lizard, right leg around your right arm, right foot between your hands to the front, left knee touches your left arm from behind. Now lift your right foot and squeeze the right arm. Maybe just stay here and keep that right leg tense. If you're going to go further, lean forward to lift your left foot as well. Now further still, you can extend that left leg back, but keep that left elbow pulled in. And then whenever you're ready, take it through another vinyasa. Now from your down dog, take a moment, paddle out and breathe. And then we'll take this into the next sequence. Now from your downward facing dog, inhale the right leg high behind you. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale the right leg high. Now keep it lifted, keep it straight. Point the toes, lock the knee. Lower the right hip so you feel this in the glutes. Look forward toward your hands. Left foot stays where it is, but bend your left knee and move your hips straight up and down. Now back and forth. Press into left foot, hop forward. Press into your left foot, hop it back. Press into your left foot, hop this forward again. Press into your left foot and hop back. Press into your left foot, hop forward. One more time, stay forward. And then set your right foot down. That's the base. Hover the left foot up off the floor. Stay low. Right hand stays down. Lean onto your right hand. And with your left hand, take hold of the left foot. Open hip this time. Now kick into your left hand. Pull down. Point that knee toward the ceiling as high as you can. Crown of the head toward the floor. The deeper you take this, the more your torso opens up to the left side. Take it to where you can. Now take an inhale. Exhale, release. Both hands down. Left foot down behind your low lunge. Now take a look at your low lunge. Feet on two separate tracks. Hips with distance side to side. Left heel lifted behind. Once you're ready, hands to your hips with an inhale. Bring yourself upright to a high lunge stance. Now take a moment. Find your balance. Deep end of the right knee. Left leg towards straight. Left hip forward. Right hip back. When you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands through heart center and twist. Left elbow outside your right thigh. Now press the elbow to the thigh. Press the palms together. Look up over your right shoulder. Keep that left hip pulling forward. And keep breathing here. Now take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, slowly release. Hands to your hips. Just turn back to center. And then once you're ready, set your left heel down and just open up to the left side in a straddle stance. Now go ahead, bring your arms out wide, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, it's going to be an eagle bind. Right arm under, left arm over. Cross the elbows, palms to touch thumbs with your face. Now if you can't get the palms together, do what works. You can always reach the opposite shoulders with the arms crossed. But keep squeezing the arms, shoulders down, elbows up. Now from here, put the weight to your left foot. Come to standing with your right knee high. And then take this into full eagle. Right leg crosses over the left. Now squeeze your legs together tight. Sink your hips down. You can always touch that right foot to the floor. As the leg's squeezing, draw the shoulders back, lift the elbows, and just breathe here. Now with an inhale, straighten your left leg, lift the right knee. And then step the right foot wide and bring this into a horse stance. So hips down low, thighs toward parallel with the floor. Arms still squeezing. And then from here, we'll take this up and down. So straighten your legs. Lift the elbows, gaze up high, arms still squeezing. Now pull the elbows toward your belly. Bend the knees, bring your hips down low, torso toward parallel with the floor. Now again, bring this all the way up. Straighten your legs. Elbows up high, gaze up high. And then pull back in as the arms are squeezing. Sink the hips down, bend your knees, bring your torso down low. One more time, all the way up. Legs straight, elbows high, gaze up high. One more time, bring it down, belly your thighs. Or elbows toward your belly, I should say. Sink down low, bring your hips down low, keep your knees wide. And just breathe here now that you're down low. Now, when you're ready from here, go ahead, release the bind. Bring the hands down inside your left leg. And we'll take a Skandasana variation. So lift the left heel, sit on the left heel. As you sink to the left side of the mat, right leg extends toward the front, heel down, toes pointed up. And then walk your hands into center. Now, we're setting this up so we can switch position one leg to the next. Keep the hands as they are. Keep your chest facing down. Try to keep your hips low as we move. So come through center, over to the right side. Bend the right knee, straighten your left leg out. And then stay low. Come back through center, sink over to the left. Bring it through center. Come over to the right side again. And then back through center to the left side. One more round. Stay low. Come through center, over to the right. Bring it through center, sink down to the left. Now, once you come down to the left side, both hands are on the left leg. Set your left foot flat, pull the right knee to chest, curl in. And we'll take it up to balancing. So take hold of your right knee, come all the way up to standing. Now, once you're up, just dig in the left big toe, take a moment to breathe. When you're ready, left hand to your hip, pull the right knee out to the side. This could be good enough. You can stay right here. Now, if you want to take things further, right hand inside the right leg, take hold of your heel and use that grip to pull the knee up higher. And this is good enough. Keep that right hip open. If you want to go even further, keep that grip, but maybe extend the right leg out to the side. All right, still balancing here. Hands to hips, right knee still lifted, still out to the side. Look toward the front of the mat. Step your right foot forward. Bring both hands down, left foot next to the right, forward fold. From that fold, when you're ready, take an inhale, lift up halfway. And then with the exhale, set your hands. We'll take it back to crow. Now dig your fingertips down, lift your heels, bring the knees to your arms. Look forward, lean forward, nice and slow, but lift the feet up together, toes to touch. And then set your feet down. Now let's take flying lizard. Left leg around your left arm, left foot between your hands from the front. Right knee goes to the right arm from behind. Lift your left foot and squeeze the left arm. Look forward, lift the right foot up as well if you're going to balance it. If you want to take it further, maybe extend that right leg back. Take things to where you can. And then when you're ready, take it through your Vinyasa. Once you find your down dog, paddle out here. All right, let's even all that out on the other side. With your next inhale, raise your left leg high behind you. Exhale forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, knee to left elbow this time. Inhale your left leg high. Now keep it lifted, keep it straight. Reach for the toes, lock the knee. Lower your left hip. Look forward toward your hands. Just keep the right foot where it is and bend your right knee. Move your hips straight up and down. Back and forth. Press into the right foot, hop forward. And then press into your right foot, hop this back. Press into the right foot, hop forward again. Press into the right foot, hop it back. Press into the right foot, hop forward one more time, and stay forward. Left foot down, that's your base. Hover the right foot up off the floor. Your left hand stays down, lean left, and with your right hand, take hold of the right foot. Now, once you've got that grip, kick in your hand and pull down. So try to point that right knee toward the ceiling, belly touching your left thigh at least a little bit. And the deeper you go, the more your torso opens up to the right. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, release both hands down, right foot down behind your low lunge. Now look at your stance. Be sure the feet on two separate tracks, hips width distance side to side. When you're ready, hands to your hips with an inhale. Bring yourself upright to your high lunge. Right hip forward, left hip back, deep and lefty, right heel lifted behind. When you're ready with an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands through center and twist. Right elbow outside your left thigh. Now press the elbow to the thigh. Press the palms together. Look over your left shoulder. Keep the right hip pulling forward. Hold your twist and keep breathing here. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, slowly release your twist. Turn back to center. Bring your torso upright. Drop the right heel. Open up to the right side in a straddle stance. And then go reach your arms out wide. Now take your eagle bind. This time left arm under. Right arm over. Cross the elbows, palms to touch, thumbs with your face. Reach to the shoulders if you need to and do what works, but keep your arms squeezing. Now go ahead and put the weight to the right foot. Lean right. Lift your left knee. And come into eagle on this side. So left leg crosses tightly over the right. As your legs squeeze, just sink your hips down. You can always touch that left foot to the floor. Shoulders back, elbows up, arms are squeezing as well. Keep balancing and keep breathing here. Now with your next inhale, straighten your right leg, lift your left knee. And then step the left foot wide, sink into horse. Heels in, toes out, thighs toward parallel to the floor. Arms are still squeezing. And let's take it up and down. Straighten your legs. Lift your elbows, gaze up high. Pull the elbows toward your belly. Bend the knees, sink your hips low, chest toward the floor. All the way up again. Straighten your legs. Elbows high, gaze up high. Pull the elbows back in. Bend the knees, sink your hips down, fold down. Again, bring yourself all the way upright. Legs straight, elbows up high, arms still squeezing. Elbows toward your belly. Sink back down, fold down between your thighs, and stay low this time. Now, once you're ready, release the bind. Both hands down inside the right foot, and come into Skandasana. Lift the right heel. Extend your left leg out toward the front. Now, toes of the left foot point up. Stay low like this. Walk your hands into the center of the long edge of the mat. And again, keep your chest facing down. Work to keep your hips low as we switch it back and forth. So bring it through center. Bend your left knee, straighten the right leg, stay low. And then come back through center, sink down over to the right. Through center, bring it over to your left side again. Back through center, come down to the right. Through center, over to your left side one more time. And then come back through center, over to the right, still low here. And then go ahead, put your hands down around the right leg. Set your right foot flat, that's your base. Pull the left knee into your chest and curl in. Now take hold of your left knee. Let's bring this all the way up to standing again. Now dig into the right big toe. Slow your breathing down. Be sure you balance. When you're ready, right hand to your hip. Pull the left knee to the side. Maybe this is good enough. You can stay right here. Now if you want to take it further, left hand inside the left leg, find the heel. And pull that knee up higher. Maybe stay tall like this. If you're going to go further, hold that grip, but maybe extend that left leg to the side. Again, just take it to where you can right now. All right, still balancing. Left knee lifted to the side, hands to your hips. Step your left foot to the front. Bring both hands down. Right foot next to left, forward fold. From that fold, take an inhale, lift halfway up. And then with the exhale, set your hands one more time for crow. Palms down, grip the floor with your fingers. Bring the heels up and touch the knees to your arms. Look forward, lean, go slow, but lift your feet together. Toes to touch, pull the heels up as well. And then set your feet down. One more flying lizard. Bring the right leg around the right arm. Right foot between your hands in the front. Left knee to your left arm from behind. Lift your right foot and squeeze the right arm. Lean forward, lift your left foot as well. Maybe extend that left leg back. Take that to where you can. And then when you're ready, take it through one more vinyasa. Once you find your down dog, take a moment and breathe. Now from your downward facing dog, take a deep inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, come down to all fours. And then once you're down, bring your legs out from underneath you. Come to a seat. And this is where we're going to take it a little bit closer to 8 angle. Now we'll take a few poses before we get there to open up the hips a little bit more. So come to seated with your left leg extended and the right knee fully bent. Both hands to your right leg, pull that thigh into the side of your ribs and just move side to side as you're squeezing it. Now we're going to cradle the right leg from here. So left hand to the outside edge of the right foot. Right arm around the right knee. Now curl the toes to the right foot, keep that foot tense, bring the shin toward parallel to the floor. Sit up tall and just move side to side. Now keep the right foot engaged, so any stretch moves into the outer right hip. And if you're able to bring the shin close enough, you can wrap that left arm around the right foot as well. Now right now you're basically doing an upright seated pigeon. You're welcome to stay here. This is a good position to stretch in. And if you want to take it further, want to take it toward compass, for that, just take it slow. So left hand to the outside edge of your right foot. Right arm inside the right leg. Use both hands. Work that leg up high on your arm. You're trying to get the knee behind the shoulder. Just get as close as you can. Now, once that right leg's not going any higher, press your right arm into the right leg. Right hand down at your side. And maybe this is good enough stretch. Lean into this. If you're going to go further, go slow as you extend the right leg. Let your chest open to left and bring your gaze up to left. Just take this to where you can. Don't force it. Now slowly, if you extended that leg at all, bend the knee, keep the leg hooked over your right arm, and if it's slid down, try to work that knee up close to the shoulder again. And this is where we take it toward the arm balance. So right arm presses into your right leg. Lean forward, fold forward onto your right hand, and this is going to keep the leg hooked. Left hand comes down outside the left thigh. Now keep the fold, keep your chest facing down, and then move into balance. So pressing the hands, lift your butt up off the floor, and then hook the right foot under your left leg. This is elephant trunk, and you can stay here. Now, if you're going to take 8 angles, a few more steps. For that, you bring the ankles together and then squeeze the inner thighs around the right upper arm. Now, shoulders forward, elbows straight back as your legs go to the right. And basically, you hover this whole thing with chaturanga arms just up off the floor. When you're ready, set yourself back down. I'll just shake things out for a moment. All right, let's take the other side. So go ahead, extend your right leg straight. Bend your left knee completely. And then take hold of your bent left leg, squeeze it into the side of your ribs, and just move side to side for a moment here. All right, and then to come into this position. Right hand to the outside edge of the left foot. Left arm around the left knee. Bring that shin up to parallel with the floor. We're just cradling the leg here. And move side to side. Now keep the toes of the left foot curled. Keep that foot tense. Again, you want the stretch to go to the outer hip. And if you can go deeper, you can wrap that right arm completely around your left foot. Now just sit this up tall, keep the shin pulled in close, just look for that stretch. You can stay here. And if you're going to take it further, if you want to take it toward compass, right hand to the outside edge of the left foot. Left arm inside your left leg. Use both hands. Work that leg high up on the arm. And again, you're trying to get the knee close to the shoulder. Now once that leg's not going any higher, press your left arm into your left leg. Left hand to the floor, just lean into this. And if this is already a deep enough stretch, stay here. If you're going to go further, go slow. As you extend your left leg, you bring your gaze over to the right. And again, just take it to where you can. You don't want to force this. Let it take a little while. All right, slowly, if that leg's extended at all, put the bend back into the knee. Now try to keep that leg up high, and if it's slid down from the shoulder, work it back up as best you can. Now when you're ready, left arm presses into your left leg. Lean forward and fold forward to your left hand, and that'll keep the leg hooked. Now keep the fold, right hand about halfway down the right thigh. Now with your belly facing down, your chest facing down, push into the floor, lift your butt up off the mat, and then left foot onto your right leg, and you can hold this. This is elephant trunk. Now, if you want 8 angle, just take it slow. Ankles together, inner thighs squeeze around the left upper arm. Shoulders forward, elbows back as the legs go left. And again, you're basically hovering this with chaturanga arms. Once you're ready, just go ahead and set yourself down. And now you're always welcome to work that a little bit further. And if you're ready to move on, go ahead and bring yourself all the way down to your back. Now, when you're down, pull your knees to your chest, just squeeze everything in tight. And then go ahead, release your grip and bring your feet down to the floor. And we're going to take a longer round of back bending from here. Now I'm going to start the cueing with bridge and then lead into wheel. And if you want to hold wheel longer, you're welcome to move into that from the beginning. And if you want to just stay in bridge and go no further, that's fine. But either way, feet and knees about hips width distance apart. Bring your heels in close. Start with your low back basically flat. Arms at your sides, palms down. Just keep your gaze high. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, press into your feet, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips up, and just stay lifted. Now keep your glutes squeezing, keep the tension of the lift with your hips pressing toward the ceiling. And if this is all you want, stay here. Now if you want to take your bridge a little bit deeper, you can bring your hands under your hips. Maybe interlace the fingers, maybe pull the palms toward each other. You can work your shoulders further behind your back to open your chest even more. And if you want to go further still, if you have the reach, you can hold onto your ankles and use that grip to lift the hips even higher and open up your chest still further. Now, if you're going to take it from bridge to wheel, keep your hips lifted but release your hands. So hands around your head, palms down, fingertips toward your shoulders, elbows high. Once you're ready, pressing your palms, you can always lift to the top of your head first, and then whenever you're ready, straighten your arms. Now, hips toward the ceiling, chest toward the back of the mat. Keep your glutes squeezing. For either pose, if it's too much on the low back, you can lift your heels, keep in mind. But keep that tension in your glutes, and then around the shoulder blades as well to help open up your chest. Try to keep your breathing long and smooth here. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, come all the way down. Once you're down, pull the knees in close, squeeze in. And let's take a supine twist. Release your left leg and extend it completely. Left hand to your right knee. Reach your right arm out to the side. Now pull the right knee across your body, tuck your left hip underneath. Keep both shoulders down, bring your gaze to the right, and look for the stretch in the outer right hip toward your low back. Now if you need more, you can press down with your left hand, or extend the right leg out to the side. But just take it the way you can. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just come back to center. Draw both knees in. Switch it out when you're ready. Extend the right leg fully. Right hand to your left knee, left arm to the side this time. Now pull the left knee across your body, tuck your right hip underneath. Both shoulders down, bring your gaze left, look for the stretch in the outer left hip. If you need more, you can press down with the right hand and maybe extend your left leg. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, come back to center. Draw both knees in again. And then with your knees side by side, let's take this into happy baby. So reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Stack your ankles above your knees and draw down on both sides. So try to pull the knees down toward the floor outside your ribs. Press your feet back up in your hands at the same time. Keep the tension working both up and down. Now flatten your spine against the floor. If you want to go further, you can rock a little bit side to side. Further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, from wherever you are, take a deep inhale here, draw it down as much as you can. And then with the exhale, just release, extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And just let your eyes close here and let your body settle down into the mat for a moment. And then just let yourself move again bit by bit here, fingers and toes, arms and legs. Take a deep inhale, stretch this out long and reach your arms out past your head. And then draw everything back in. Bring the elbows toward your chest, pull your knees up as well. And find your way up to a comfortable seat. Ground yourself into the mat, stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. And then take a deep inhale. Hold on to it at the top. And just let everything go. I thank you for joining class. Namaste.